this is going to be a collective reading for June 2025. The collective for June 2025. I'll just use these. I wanted to use some other ones though, I forgot. What do we have for the collective? Privileged lady. So someone is supposed to be privileged. They're not supposed to have anything to worry about as far as financially. Privilege could also mean it's like blessed. Somebody is just abundant, and it could just be someone who was raised in privilege. They don't have any insecurities. They stand up boldly. They feel entitled to their position, and that's not a bad thing. Everybody should feel entitled to their rights and their position and their space. Message of concern. So this privileged lady is getting a message of concern about a journey. Maybe someone has to go see somebody. Maybe this feels like a death. You know, you having to go somewhere to a funeral or, you know, something like that. I thought about a will when I saw a privileged lady. Doesn't have to be that, but I did think about that. Distant horizon, so you should be expecting this. Maybe get your you know, it's weird. I feel a little like Aquarian energy here. I feel a little bit detached, and I feel like you need to be in that energy. Marriage, okay. Give me two more. Marriage. Could be a union. Doesn't have to be an actual marriage. Could be a business union. You could be inheriting something that's like a business and somebody else is part of it, you know? Like there's other partners and there's, you know, a board kind of thing. Mature man. This could be a father. Doesn't have to be. Somebody that is older in age. Sorry, that was my alarm. But even if this person isn't older in age, they're just somebody that is mature for their age. Or just a mature person in general. Someone who likes responsibility, giving me Capricorn energy. Even Aries. Aries could be very mature and they like to handle things, take care of responsibility. Emperor energy. Scorpios. I mean, I don't really want to go through all of the signs that are that way because a lot of signs are that way. Libra. I did it anyway. I just felt like I needed to keep going. Capricorn, Libra, Aries, and Scorpio. Virgo. Anyway, there's a community here. I do think that something has happened. Somebody might be sick or something. And you're going to be married into a community in a way. You know, like a community could be this board of members of this business or something. You know, like I was just saying. I feel like somebody might be inheriting something. Main female at the bottom of the deck. So I'm definitely talking to, there's a mature man here though, it doesn't have to be. Again, it could just be a marriage. The main person in this reading though is a main female or a privileged lady kind of energy. I feel like somebody's father might have passed, or stepdad, or uncle, or something, like somebody that you looked up to, older than you. You might be getting a message of concern about this person. You might have to go on a journey towards this person. This could even be an ex, someone you were married to, or maybe you're separated, you know, right now. But again, it could just be you inheriting something where you're in a contract with other people. What's a privileged lady for the collective? Empress, wow, so definitely an Empress energy, a privileged lady. Libra, I mentioned Libra, and also Taurus. This is someone who's abundant, beautiful, a mother energy. Doesn't have to be a mother though, but could be a mother. This is someone who's pregnant with ideas, who's very creative, and who loves to work with others, this community. This might be a very good thing for you now that I'm speaking it. Now we have a Hermit in the reverse. Ooh. This is underneath the message of concern, and this is at the solar plexus. The Hermit is Virgo energy. I mentioned Virgo. The Hermit in reverse to me can be a dark worker. It could be like a magician, a Solomonar, somebody who goes away to study more so dark magic than anything, learning how to trap a star or a genie in the bottle, trap. He's in a cave with crystals, and those kinds of caves are alive with entities, energies. There's always the ghost, like in Ghostbusters. I think it was the newest, no, not the newest one, the one before this one, where the movie starts off, they're in a cave, they're in a mine, because these spirits are protectors of the earth. So, if you look into the stories about mines and stuff like that, and mines collapsing and things like that, it's a lot of stories about ghosts and cursed lands, because you're not supposed to dig into the earth and take her jewels, without permission, and not give back and stuff like that. There's so much imbalance that's going to come into harmony, especially when it comes to demonic energies and things like that. I really hope that people start to open their minds up more, and not going towards the negative is what I see, is they're trying to make you partial towards the entities that you need to stay away from, and make you fearful of the ones that you're supposed to be here healing. So, but that's another thing. I'll talk more about that for sure. Four Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like somebody with this journey, you could be coming out of a rested state or something like that. But Hermit in reverse also can mean coming out of the cave, you know, like maybe as an Empress you just really like to be by yourself or something, or you're away from people. Doesn't mean that you don't want to be around people, but maybe, you know, Spirit might have been taking you away to prepare you for this, you know. But with the Four of Swords in the reverse, this is also coming out of a restful state. Or I keep saying this could be like somebody sick or passing. That could also mean that. It can mean a memorial for somebody. It can mean somebody's taking a rest. And that's why you need to go on a journey, because this person is sick. Look, this says, I take the time I need to rediscover my vitality. It's in reverse, so someone isn't able to rediscover their vitality, and vitality has to do with your health and your energy. Look, this says I follow my own path. So in reverse, I do think maybe you're coming out of some kind of hermit mode. It doesn't have to be a dark worker, but the way that I saw it with the star in the lantern and stuff like that, even though it's always there, but I just, with this, I don't know, the snake is usually there too. It just gives me Brotherhood of the Serpent, you know. And him in a negative way, though, communing with spirits, but it doesn't have to be that. That could be you coming out of this energy because you've gotten a message of concern. It's a King of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom of the deck. That could also be a Virgo. I really do feel like Virgo might be a strong energy here. Also Taurus and Libra. Three of Cups in the reverse. Yes, something isn't a celebration. The Three of Cups in the reverse could also mean third-party situations. Maybe there's going to be a little, you know, spat about who gets what or something like that. You know, it said the Judgment in reverse. I was looking to see if the King of Pentacles in reverse was still there, but that's like somebody that wasn't doing too good with their money, and I don't know, I automatically thought of this mature man. So, yeah, I feel like this is third-party situations. This isn't going to be a happy visit. This isn't a celebration, okay? But again, I was saying that I feel like you need to be detached in the Aquarian energy. You need to really... What is Aquarius doing? What's going on in Aquarius right now in the astrology? I don't know why I feel like it's very important right now to like try to really be an Aquarian energy. For everyone, just like try to be detached. Because there's going to be a lot of things happening, and you don't want to be dogmatic right now. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So this could have been somebody that you were married to and you separated. With this Ten of Swords in reverse, it's like a betrayal here or something. Maybe somebody's getting married. Maybe that's why you're going. I wouldn't go. You know, maybe this is your ex-husband and he's marrying his mistress or something. I'm getting that too. I don't know what that is. Ten of Swords in the reverse is like betrayal, but it's coming out. It's these knives falling, sliding out of your back, you know, so that you can heal. It's like something here that's very healing. So something very shady happened here. For the Ten of Swords to be here, this was betrayal, the ultimate betrayal. And someone is able to heal from this. I feel like you already healed from it though. Or maybe you're finding out about a betrayal. I don't know, this journey, that's some Seven of Swords. some kind of theft, fraud, schemer, scammer, liar, deceiver. It's here. Both of these are that way, but this is like betrayal of the worst kind. And with this marriage and community, I don't know. This could be somebody who married a friend of yours or something. This is like it's sounding real shady. You got the Tower and the Moon. So yeah, I do think something's going on. The Tower, Aries, and Scorpio energy. This is something. Scorpio and Uranus. And Uranus is exalted in Scorpio. I just learned that. So I'll be saying it all the time. But this is something sudden. A big change. Something will never be the same. Maybe this is hidden, or maybe someone doesn't know about this. Or again, this could be your father. This is something karmic. This is giving me this moon in Sagittarius. All the secrets are about to come out. Sagittarius in Cancer. Jupiter going into Cancer, sorry. Because Jupiter is the truth teller. So, and it expands things, and the moon is, Jupiter is exalted in the moon. The moon is exalted, no, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. Sorry. The Cancer rules the moon, and Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So the moon, secrets. This says my intuition guides me to the right decision. Wow, I really feel like this is about a bunch of secrets, and it's going to bring a tower down. It's going to be something changing because of things coming out. Secrets coming out. Secrets about betrayal and injustice. Justice in reverse. Probably to the Empress. It could have been some kind of Hermit in reverse, black magician kind of energy. Just trying to turn something in reverse. With the moon here and the Tower, it's like a big old backfire. Four of Cups. Yeah, somebody's been out in the cold of this community. You know what? And I feel like you need to stay out in the cold. That's why I kept saying detach. I feel like something, you're going to hear something. And it might be really sad. But I don't know if you should go or show up. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, out in the cold. I don't feel like you should show up. Even though that means not having support, being on the outside. But that's here with the Four of Cups. That's you being out. Yeah, something about this. Something about your sacral chakra and these third-party situations. It could be somebody trying to hold on to your sacral chakra, and you are the Empress. You're very abundant. I don't always want to say black magic, but it's so much of it. You guys, they initiated so many people within the last few years. That's what we've been watching. We've been watching this big merging of these magic groups right in front of our eyes. The witches, the sorority groups, the music industry, the tarot community, all of the spiritual things have been merging together because they all, kissing up under the same motherfucker's ass. Excuse my French. Who's nothing. Anyway, the Empress. Death. scorpionic energy. I do feel like somebody might have passed, though. Not you, but I'm just saying. This is death, though, and you're coming to rebirth something. Something is dead, and you're going to rebirth it. I feel like it might be a group or something, or a business group or something. I feel like you need to leave it be dead. Yeah, look. Something is going to hurt your heart. Something is going to be heartbreaking. With the Three of Swords here, it's going to hurt. I feel like you need to be, I don't know why Seven of Wands in the reverse, okay, it's saying maybe don't be so defensive, but that's why I say detached. Like, just because you're detached doesn't mean you don't care. It just means that you're not going to let your guard down, first of all. You know, I don't feel like you need to let your guard down with these people, even though it's saying to let your guard down. Because something is ending, something is dead. Someone is dead. I don't know. What is this? I don't feel like you need to, the moon in reverse. So things are coming out. Okay, so I feel like you need to... This is that freaking bullshit I be doing. Oh my God, every time I do it now, it makes me crack up. It's a Taurus thing. I have a lot of Taurus in my chart, so I'll be huffing and puffing. Excuse me. But I feel like you need to, okay. I feel like you need to be open enough, unguarded enough to get these secrets. You know, it's like maybe somebody's going to start doing some confessing, or somebody needs to tell you something. You need to be open enough to receive these secrets, but still detached. You know what I'm saying? Not so open that you're just all the way out there with it. Ten of Swords in the reverse again at the bottom of the deck. Same here. Yeah, I feel like this Swords in reverse too is going to be part of these secrets. Like, there's going to be some things that you find out, and I think that you need to know. So that's why it's like, I know it sounds funny, but it's like, Aquarius, be detached. Be more mental about this. Smart, strategic. Aquarians are very strategic. They're co-ruled by Saturn. So they like to plan and, you know, strategic. Don't wear your heart on your sleeve. You know what I mean? Death is ruled by Scorpio. Scorpios are very secretive, like this moon. And Scorpios, you never know. Like, they not that they flip out, you know, flip or switch up on you, but unless they're showing you, like a Scorpio, if a Scorpio is making an effort, then they care. If they're not, they don't care. You know, so don't say anything. I would say just like be there. What I'm trying to say is like, and Scorpios can come off really nurturing, so somebody might get the wrong idea and people become enthralled with them. But if a Scorpio isn't there, You know, because they're so passionate, if they like you, you know. And if they're not thinking about your ass, you know. You know, it's like... come across open and nurturing and, you know, but really be detached, you know? So when they turn around and look for you, you gone. You're really not there. But then it opened up to you, and that's Scorpionic energy too. People open up to Scorpios because they... It's funny too because they come across detached in a way. And then when they like you, it could be a lot for some people because they're very passionate. So it's like day and night with them. And I feel like someone needs to use that. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But somebody needs to use that kind of energy. Like that kind of mysterious, like, oh, like you're, you know. And it doesn't have to be an act. You can genuinely be trying to console somebody, but at the same time, you're gathered and listening, you know? I don't think you should go, though. But it's saying be open enough to receive whatever this secret stuff is. So here you have the Two of Wands underneath this, Five of Pentacles, message of concern, and the Hermit in reverse. Someone is not getting a victory. They're not moving forward. Something that somebody was working on. Someone can't move forward with something, and somebody else is in control. And this is something you've been working on. That you're Temperance in reverse. I do feel like somebody's sick or passing. Especially again here with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like something has to do with your work, especially with the Hermit here. Virgo, even though the Hermit isn't working, but Virgo represents work to me. They're hard workers. Virgos that have a couple of different hustles. They be about their money. Two of Swords here in the reverse. I feel like somebody made a wrong choice. Or they're indecisive about something. Or someone needs to confess something. I feel like maybe they're on their deathbed and they want to confess. Maybe that's what this is. Deathbed. And the secret's coming out, and it's going to be heartbreaking, but you need to be open. Maybe that's what this is. I just feel like something is going to be really hurtful. But somebody is in control. But this has something to do with somebody's work. Something that somebody's been putting a lot of work in for a long time. Someone didn't get a victory with something. And see, with this Hermit, I said this could be some dark work. Somebody might have took somebody's work or credit for somebody's work. It wasn't a victory. That might be why they're sick. King of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, somebody was lying. Somebody was a liar. A bald-faced liar. And I feel like they're sick now. Excuse me. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, somebody overdid something. Some kind of lying, cheating, stealing. They don't have it together at all. Knight of Cups. Somebody was very mean too. Somebody was really mean to this Empress. They weren't loving at all. And they made a bad choice to lie, cheat, steal. And they overdid something. Maybe they were drinking a lot because of this guilt they were carrying for doing this. I'm telling you. That's why you don't do shit. Fucked up because it comes back on you. The Emperor in reverse. This could have been an ex-husband, like I said. Somebody cheated on you with the Three of Cups in the reverse. So this Emperor cheated on this Empress. Something is coming to an end with the World card. This is closed out. I feel like this, he's getting closed out. And then really closed out. Maybe your energy needs, maybe this person is so dark with this Hermit in reverse. I'm telling you that they gotta die so that your energy could be freed. This person isn't trying to let you go. There's a Queen of Pentacles here. I do feel like somebody's going to get something from some kind of marriage or divorce or somebody passing or something. Wheel of Fortune. Underneath the marriage and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. And the Queen of Pentacles is abundant and balling, out of control, you know. But she's also healthy and nurturing. She is the Empress, the future Empress. So I do feel like this Queen of Pentacles and this Empress is the same person. There's a King of Cups here. Maybe you're going to meet a King of Cups. Maybe he's going to be really sweet and loving. Something that this other asshole wasn't. Maybe that's what you need, Empress. Somebody sweet. But you're going to get this money, though, first. Now we have a Hangman in the reverse. Somebody seeing something from another point of view, coming out of a time of contemplation. Someone couldn't be sacrificed. Someone's destiny couldn't be taken. I feel like this Emperor was into some... This is giving me Twin Flame. 9 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, somebody doesn't have to defend themselves anymore. Maybe that's what this is saying too. Open yourself up, even though this person broke your heart. Open up because they're about to tell you some shit. And maybe this is what's going to come bring this healing too to your heart. 8 of Wands. This is happening fast. You're getting something's going to happen fast with the Tower. Makes sense. Something's going to happen fast. It might happen at the full moon. It might be happening like within the next couple of days. The High Priestess in reverse. Yeah. Some secrets and some shit coming out. I mean, it makes sense. The planets and everything, it's all conducive. Excuse me. The High Priestess in reverse this is letting out secrets. Things have been hidden with this moon here in this Tower. All these, I feel like somebody needs to do something. You need to go. I was going to say don't go. Ugh, I hate messy ass shit though, because you don't never know how people are, especially these days. All this magic and stuff. These people are legit evil. They are possessed by witch demons, witch spirits and vampire spirits, egregores from these secret societies and these false entities people have conjured up. Somebody's moving on to calmer waters. I'm telling you, I feel like somebody's being taken out so that you can thrive and be the Emperor. The Empress is the harvest. This is about the earth. The Empress being abused and unloved. That's it. It's over for that. The earth isn't supporting that anymore. The 9 of Pentacles. So yeah, this is somebody going to be single, away from this group of community. I don't think that you're going to be doing business with these people. 2 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody you were with. I think they're passing. Or they're really, really sick. Maybe they're leaving something with you, or they feel like if they confess and give you back your shit, they might get well or something. Could be. The Hermit in reverse, I'm telling you. The Hermit in reverse. Again, I think this was somebody trying to do some community work on you. Somebody didn't want to let your harvest energy go. Six of Cups, Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this is something from the past. It's a lot of lies, a lot of secrets, stuff that you got to go within and listen to spirit and try to find the answer and Inspector Gadget some shit, but it's coming out. You might already be feeling something. You got the Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck and the Queen of Swords. This is a victory. This is public victory. This is people seeing this victory. I like it. I think that something is coming out. Somebody's going to be hurt or put in a bad situation because you have to move on. The earth is trying to heal. And I've been feeling lately like you guys have to look into the Hopi prophecies about the great shaking and the purification and stuff like that. Like, I really feel like that's what's happening now. So that's what I have collected. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. There is going to be a lot coming out. Be detached, but open enough. But see, that's why you need to be detached, because that's the only way that you're going to allow yourself to be receptive enough to hear what's going on. You know, but if you're all emotional about everything, then you're not going to be able to get the message. So be detached. Think more mind over matter. Aquarian energy. I just think that that's the perfect energy to be in right now with all of this happening. Because Aquarians are very mental. And they're, again, strategic. So you need to know the truths and the facts and what's going on so that you can make your next moves and stuff like that. Aquarian energy. And it's perfect because Aquas are not slow. You know, they move fast. They're ruled by Saturn. Saturn is in Aries. It's the perfect energy, I think. It's the perfect, you know, balance of that Aries energy and that Saturn energy, you know. Aquarius, because they do like to move fast. They do like to stay busy. That's something that Aries might want to look into doing. Just be more mental. Start learning, because this Saturn is going to slow you down. You're up next, Aries, so I can't wait to get to you. I've been wanting to read for you and Aquarius. I've been wanting to really, like, I've been feeling the pull, like, go and read for, you know, Aquarius and Aries. So, anyways, this was your collective reading, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it helped, and let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.